呪術廻戦
Okay, let's read chapter 77 of Jujutsu Kaisen. We're on to the next series, Gyokusetsu. Gyokusetsu meaning fractured or broken folded jewel. Part two. We're still in the past where Gojo and Geto are at the technical school. It's maybe a year later from the incident with Amano. And so we've transitioned here. Here's Geto now, a bit older. And we've got introduced to a new character, and this character showed up with the phrase that Todo was using, which is, here we go, Donna onna ga taipu kana? What sort of a woman is your type, I wonder? Well, どちら様ですか? どちら様ですか? Who are you? 自分はたくさん食べる子が好きです. So this guy who appears to be like a very bright-eyed and bushy-tailed new sorcerer seems to be very eager to answer the questions, which is as for self, so like as for me, often or well eating kids or girls liking. So I like girls that eat a lot. Oh. And Geto seems shocked that he would just straight up answer. Haibara. That's this guy. 大丈夫ですよ. It's fine. 悪い人じゃないです. Not a bad person, meaning she isn't. 人を見る目には自信があります. Hito o miru me. Miru me. That doesn't quite mean what I think it means. Yeah, a discerning eye. So, as for a discerning eye of people, confidence exists. He's talking about himself. Like, I have confidence in my ability, in my discerning eye of people. In other words, I look at her, she's not a bad person. ... 私の隣に座っておいてか? And my neighboring seating in advance? 座っておいてか? Huh? Hi. Yes. 私の隣に座っておいてか? The oku here is either to do in advance or to do on purpose. So I don't know why he's saying seating next to my neighbor. That would seem to be referring to him. Anyway, the English went with present company included. To which he still responds either way, like of course, yes. Ha ha ha. 君、今のは皮肉だ。皮肉だよ。You, as for right now, it's sarcasm. Like he's being sarcastic. Okay, so he does mean like, and the person that's sitting next to me, meaning him. Okay. 失礼します. He's excusing himself, like, pardon me, doing a rudeness. Okay, so he's leaving, she's sitting down. 後輩、素直で可愛いじゃないか? So she's asking, is he a kohai, meaning like a younger student? 素直で obedient, meek, docile, and cute, isn't he? Hey, welcome back. 術師としてはもっと人を疑うべきかと? As for as a sorcerer, all the more people utagao. That's to be suspicious of, to doubt. ought to be. Shouldn't he be all the more distrustful of people as a sorcerer? で、ゲト君は答えくれないのかな? Well, as for Geto-kun, a reply not doing the favor of, I guess. Like, aren't you going to do me the favor of answering? まずはあなたが答えてくださいよ. This is Geto now talking, which is, and he says, Dochira-sama. Geto is saying, as for first, you're the one, please answer. Please reply. Who are you? 東急術師 Tsukumo Yuki. Okay, so she's a special level sorcerer. Tsukumo Yuki, so it's not any relation to Todo, at least not in name. Her family name is 99. So that's a little bit unusual. 99. And the Yuki here is sort of, I don't know, free foundation. There's a lot of ways you could translate that. Anyway, Teieba owakaru kana? If say it, understanding, I wonder. In other words, like if I say my name, do you know it? Are you familiar with it, I wonder? あなたがlike you, that. Oh, いいね, dono. Oh yeah, that's good. Where? Dono. Dono. I'm not sure why she says dono. The English just went with like what here. Like you're that. And she's like, I guess like, oh yeah, that's good. Like what? Okay, that makes sense. 特急のくせに任務を全く受けず. Oh, this is still Todo talking. Without completely receiving duty, even though a special level. So even though you're a special level, without wholly taking on special duties or missions, 海外をプラプラしてるくるでなしの、ろくでなしの, and overseas, プラプラ おろくで Rokode nashi means good for nothing, a bum. So you can kind of guess that pura suru means goofing off overseas, no good bum. So yeah, you're that no good bum that goofs off overseas without taking on special duties at all, even though you're special level. Watashi kosen te kirai. Me, talking about the technical school, I hate it. It's detestable. Suneta? Oh, sulk. She's sulking, pouting. Jodan. Yeah, that's a joke. でも、高専と方針が合わないのは本当. However, with the technical school, 方針, objectives, plans, as for that not meeting, it's true. Or not meeting or coming together. Okay, so she says she hates the high school. She's just kidding, but she says having objectives or plans like with not meeting, not joining up with the technical school, that is true. ここの人たちがやってるのは, as for the doing things of the people here. So as for the things that the people do here, meaning at the school, 対症療法、私は原因療法がしたいの. Oh, okay. As for the things that people are doing here in this place, it's taisho ryoho. It's a method of treatment, like attacking the disease? No. Taisho ryo. Symptomatic therapy. As for the doing things of the people in this place, it's symptomatic therapy. As for me, it's source therapy that wanting to do. I'm wanting to do source therapy. In other words, the source of the cause. So she's saying that the technical school treats the symptoms. She wants to treat the disease, the origin. Want to do. Okay. I should have warned at the beginning, this is an extremely dialogue-heavy chapter. We'll be lucky to finish this in less than an hour. Genin ryoho. So again, cause therapy, cause origin therapy, treating the cause. Jure karun janakute. It's not hunting, or hunting of spirits. It's not that. Hunting spirits. Cursed spirits is not that. Jure no umare nai sekai o tsukuro to tekoto. It's the thing of talking about making a world where cursed spirits aren't able to be born. Skosh jugyo o shio ka. A little bit, shall we do class? Like, shall I teach you a little bit? Like a school class. Somosomo jure to wa nani kana? In the beginning, or from the very start, as for the things called cursed spirits, what is it, I wonder? So what are cursed spirits? So here we see a little bubble called ningen, human, and then a bunch of off arrows going to these things. Ningen kara roshutsu shita juryoku ga ore no you ni tsumi kasanari katachi o nashita mono desu. So what are the things called cursed spirits? From humans, like leaking out? Oroshutsu. Yeah. Cursed energy. It's cursed energy that's leaked out from humans. And Ori. Ori in this case means what do we want here? There it is. Dregs. And like dregs, meaning like sediment, the junk that's left over after fermentation.
Hello there.
Sumi kasanari. Piling up like dregs, shapes, becoming thing. Okay, so she says, what are cursed spirits anyway? Though they're the things that become a shape piled up like dregs from the cursed energy that leaks out from humans. Sono tori, excellento, excellent. Oh, so this must have been Geto's response. So this is now her responding, saying excellent. And sonotori means like it is that way. So excellento. Suruto, jure no umare nai sekai no tsukurikata wa futatsu. So therefore, as for the way of making a world where cursed spirits are not able to be born, there's two. There's two ways. Ichi, one. Zenjin rui kara juryoku o nakusu. So the first method is erase or make nothing the cursed energy from all of humanity. Ni, zenjin rui ni juryoku no コントロールを可能にさせる. To all of humanity, or by all of humanity, cursed energies control, ability make doable, or make done. In other words, give the ability, or have the ability to control cursed energy to the entire, all of humanity. Ichi wa, as for number one, 結構いい線行くと思ったんだ. As for number one, a splendidly good line goes, I thought. Meaning, I guess, like that's a good way to go. モデルケースもいたしね. And a model case also, I guess, exists. モデルケース? Oh, okay, a model case? 君もよく知ってる人さ. It's the you also well-knowing person. It's a person you're well familiar with. Zen-in Toji. Okay, so she is claiming Zen-in Toji is a case of number one, erasing cursed energy from a person. Remember, he had no ability to interact with cursed energy. Tenyo jubaku ni yotte. Tenyo. We've seen this. This is like heavenly restriction or whatever it's called. Yeah, heaven's gift restriction, cursed binding. Heaven's gift cursed binding. The English goes with heavenly restriction, but tenyo jubaku ni yotte. Due to that, due to the heaven's gift curse binding, juryoku ga ippanjin nami ni naru keisu wa ikutsu ka mite kita kedo. Due to the heaven's gift cursed binding, cursed energies to like general average person becoming case. As for a case of becoming like an average general person for the cursed energy, at some point came to see. I guess a few of those cases exist. A few cases coming to see where the cursed energy becomes the level of an average person. Or a general whatever. I don't know whether nami ni naru. Nami ni naru. No, we're not seeing that. Okay. Okay. Juryoku ga zen 完全にゼロなのは、世界中探しても、彼一人だった。Oh, okay. Got it. She's not, yeah. Cursed energy, completely, as for being zero, throughout the world, even if you search it, he is like the only one. So if you're looking for people that have zero cursed energy, it's completely gone. If you search throughout the world, he's the only person. So this phrase is about, due to the heaven's gift cursed binding, there are several cases where it becomes like an average, the cursed energy becomes average amount. So not completely gone. Then she says, becoming zero here, he's really the only one. Okay. Lots more dialogue. 彼の面白い点はそれだけじゃない. His interesting point, as for his interesting point, it's not just that. Okay, so like that's not the only interesting thing about him. 善人当時は, as for 当時, 重力ゼロにもかかわらず、五感で呪霊を認識できた。 So as for Toji, even though 0 cursed energy, Kaka Warazu, in spite of even 0 cursed energy, so even though that were the case, with the 5 senses, cursed spirits, confirmation was possible. So he was able to, as you could see with the fly or whatever, fly head, shadow, he was able to interact with the 5 senses. 呪力を完全に捨て去ることで、肉体は一線を隠し、逆に呪いの体勢を得たんだよ、彼は。Okay. Sute saru is to abandon. Through the event of abandoning completely cursed energy. So through that, through the act of doing that, or through the event of doing that. As for the physical body, as for the flesh body, isen, a line. Drawing a line oppositely and cursed a taisei. Taisei. Resistance of curses, like, was granted or received. So bestowment, it's the bestowment of the resistance of curses, like conversely, drawing a general line as for the, I'm not sure why that bit, isen no kaku. Drawing a line. Anyway, his physical body. So by throwing away or abandoning cursed energy, he basically got the opposite, which was resistance to curses, as for him. Okay, she's still talking here. Masani chojin. Surely, or to be on the verge of super person. To be on the verge of being a super person. Maketa koto wa haji nakute ii. As for the event of losing, meaning that you lost to him, it's not being shamed is good. So like no need to be ashamed for like losing to him. ... No response. 彼を研究したかったが、振られてしまってね。Research wanted to do him, so I wanted to research him, but 振られてしまったね。しまってね。振られて。Oh, given the shoulder. Given the cold shoulder. So I wanted to research him, but he gave me the cold shoulder. 惜しい人を亡くしたよ。亡くしたよ。Deplorable? Oh, I guess this is like we lost. It was a regrettable loss, or we lost a precious person because he's dead. Okay. 天領自爆はサンプルも少ないし。As for the Heaven's Gift cursed binding, the samples also are few. 私の今の本命は2だね。And so as for my 本命, as for my likely winner for now, it's number 2. Okay, so she's saying this guy was the only case for 0 cursed energy, and even the cases of few of the heavenly binding thing are few, which was all under her case number 1. So now she's saying her likely winner, her honmei, is number 2, which is teaching people to control their cursed energy. Shiteru? Are you familiar with it? Do you know? Jutsushi kara wa jurei wa umarenaiんだよ. As for from sorcerers, as for cursed energy, not able to be born. So cursed spirits aren't able to be born from sorcerers. もちろん、術師本人が死後呪いに転ずるのを除いてね。Nozoku, to be excluded. Yeah. Okay. So, of course, sorcerers themselves, after death, to a curse, I guess, resurrecting or coming back as a curse after death, excluding that. Okay. So she's saying cursed spirits aren't able to be born from sorcerers, except in the cases where a sorcerer comes back after death. Tenzuru. Tenzuru is to turn. Yeah. Accepting turning into a curse after death. Or shifting into a curse. Okay. So we get now here jutsu and hi. Jutsu means sorcerer, jujutsu, and then hi means not. So this is going to be sorcerer and not sorcerer. So here I guess we see the sorcerer circulating the cursed energy, whereas the non-sorcerer is radiating cursed energy. So I guess we will now get that explanation, even though it's obvious just from the pictures. Jutsu wa... Sorry. Jutsushi wa 呪力の脳出が非術師に比べ極端に少ない。As for sorcerers, the leaking cursed energy, in comparison to non-sorcerers, the kyokutan, the extremes are few. Or I guess like it's extremely small. Let's go with that. It's extremely small. As for sorcerers, the leaking out of cursed energy is extremely small in comparison to non-sorcerers, the hi-jutsushi. Jutsushiki koshi ni yoru 重力の消費量はキャッパの差もあるけど Okay, there's a cap, like a limit. Due to the use, the koshi, due to the use or exercise of cursed techniques, cursed energies erasing amount, shohi ryo, consumption amount, kyapu no sa mo aru kedo, a cap difference also exists. Consumption. So like the consumption amount of cursed energy due to the use of techniques, a cap in the difference also exists. It is kappa. All right, let me look up this. Kappa. Oop. Oh. Wasn't that line. Contain. Oh, this is Yoryo. Capacity. Oh, kappa as in capacity. Oh, like, okay, no, that's the opposite of cap. Or not the opposite, but it's not the same. Okay, so a capacity difference also exists in the consumption levels or amounts of cursed energy with sorcerers. Ichiban wa, as for number 1, nagare da ne. It's the flow. But the number 1 reason, but as for the number 1 reason, it's the flow. There is a capacity difference in the consumption amounts of cursed energy between the two. But as for the number 1 reason, it's flow. Nagare da ne, you know? Jutsu shi no juryoku wa, as for cursed energy of sorcerers, or as for sorcerers' cursed energy, honni no naka o yoku mawaru. As for cursed energy of sorcerers, like through the body itself, it rotates well. It rotates well. It goes around well within the body itself. Okay, that's what this is. O zappa ni itte shimau to. If talking zappa, if talking broadly, in broad terms, Zenjin Rui ga jutsu shi ni nareba, noroi wa umarenai. All of humanity, if became sorcerers. So speaking generally, if all of humanity became sorcerers, as for curses, not able to be born. Okay. We're getting a flashback to the Star Religion people that were clapping. Ja, well then, hijutsu shi o mina goroshi ni sureba ii janai desu ka? So, well then, non-sorcerers, if killing all of them, that would be good, wouldn't it? So, like, shouldn't we just kill all the non-sorcerers? Getto-kun, sore wa ari da. As for that, it's an ari, meaning it exists. What else could ari mean as like a noun? And not an ant, which is also what ari means. Yeah, like that's an existence. Like that's a thing that like could be, I guess. The English went with that's an option. So that's kind of a way to think that. That's as opposed to like not. But anyway. Toyoka tabun sore ga ichiban iji da. I mean, probably that is the most easy. That's probably the easiest thing. And she says kantan, but she says iji, meaning easy. Huh? Well, she continues. Hijutsu shi o mabiki tsuzuke seizon senryoku toshite jutsu shi ni tekiyou shite morau. Ha ha ha. Okay. Mabiki. Thinning out. So, mabiki tsuzuke. Continuing to thin out, continuing to prune or to cull non-sorcerers. Seizon. Existence. Survival, battle, struggle, senryaku, strategy. With that, by sorcerers, tekio, adaptation, receiving. So receiving adaptation by sorcerers due to or as survival strategy, continuing to call out non-sorcerers. So this is what she's saying. The English went with weed out non-jujutsu sorcerers, so weed out non-sorcerers and create a system where survival rests on adapting to sorcery-based society. So there we go. Yo wa shinka o unagasu no. As for the need, it's urging a need for evolution. Tori tachi ga tsubasa o eta yoni, in the manner that birds received wings. Kyofu ya kikikan o tsukutte ne. It's using fear and the feeling of danger. Using fear and the sense or feeling of danger. In the manner of birds getting wings, that's the necessity to compel, to urge, to press, to prompt evolution. Daga, however, zannen nagara, while it's regrettable, watashi wa soko made ikarete nai. As for me, to that point, not crazy. Of course, we know what the future holds. To be crazy, ikareru. So, however, while it's regrettable, as for me, to that point, I'm not crazy. Hijutsushi wa kirai kai. As for non-sorcerers, detestable. So do you not like non-sorcerers? Geto-kun. Wakaranai desu. I don't know. All right, where are we at this point? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more pages. That's the kind of chapter this is. Okay, this is Geto talking. And again, he's thinking back to these people. Jujutsu wa hijutsushi o mamoru tame ni aru to kangete imashita. So, was thinking of the existence for the purposes of protecting non-sorcerers. That's what sorcerers do. So, as for sorcerers, was thinking the existence for the purposes of protecting non-sorcerers. Demo, however, saikin watashi no nakade, but however, lately, within inside me, hijutsushi no kachi no yona mono ga yurai demasu. Yurai. Yurai de. To sway, to shake. So, is shaking. However, lately within inside me, the value, the thing that's the manner or the appearance of the value of non-sorcerers is shaking. So basically, like his thought about the value of non-sorcerers is shaking. It's not becoming this anymore. Jakusha yue no Oto. Jakusha yue no toto. Toto here is precious. I don't think Jaku. Yeah, Jakusha is just weak person. So a weak person, the reason of preciousness, and a weak Jakusha yue no minikuisa, and a weak person the reason of ugliness. So I guess like maybe the ugliness, the preciousness, the value of weak people, and the ugliness of weak people. その分別と授与ができなくなってしまっている。That difference, that 分別, yeah, that distinction, that discernment, and 授与 and reception. Becoming not able, it's becoming not able. So like I'm becoming not able to do, I guess, distinction and reception of, I guess, ugliness and value and preciousness. 非術師を見下す自分、それを否定する自分. So a self that looks down on non-sorcerers and a self that does rejection of that. それを否定する自分. Yeah. So a self that looks down on non-sorcerers and a self that does rejection or denial of that thing. 術師というマラソンゲーム. Marathon game. Oh, marathon game. その果てのビジョンがあまりに曖昧で、曖昧 is like vagueness, ambiguousness. So the marathon game called sorcery, or being a sorcerer, the marathon game being called a sorcerer, that limits the vision of that limit, the limit of that vision. It's very much ambiguous. Hate can mean limit. It can mean like endpoint. The end. Yeah, okay. So the end of the vision of the marathon game called Sorcerer, very much it's ambiguous. Nani ga honne ka wakaranai. What's a true sound? I don't know. I don't understand what a true sound is. Honne. Real intention, real motive. Yeah. What is like true intent or motive? Probably referring to himself. I don't know. どちらも本音じゃないよ. Whichever one it is, it's true motive or real intention. It isn't. まだその段階じゃない. Not yet that stage. You're not yet at that level or that stage. Interesting. This must be something like all sorcerers go through as they try to figure out what their role is in the world. 非術師を見下す君. You who looks down on non-sorcerers, and それを否定する君, and you who does rejection or denial of that thing. She's pointing out the two versions of him. これらはただの思考された可能性だ. As for these, they're just shiko, thought, possibilities being done as thought. Yeah. Or being considered. As for these two things, they're just considerations that have been possible. どちらを本音するのかは? As for which one is like the true intent or the true feeling? 君がこれから選択するんだよ. It's you from here on doing selection, and that's what you're doing. Okay. So there we go. She's saying there is like two of you. Which one it is, as for that, it's you from here on that's doing the selection. Boran. じゃあね。本当は五条くんにも挨拶したかったけど。Well, see ya. As truth be told, also with Gojo wanted to meet or do salutations. 間が悪かったようだ. It seems the interval was bad, like my timing was off. これからは特急同士3人仲良くしよう. As for from now on, special level, like same class comrades, 3 people, let's get along well. Okay, so that implies that both Geto and Gojo have been promoted at this point to Tokyu special level. So from here on, special level comrades, 3 people, let's do getting along well. Satoru ni wa watashi kara itte okimasu. As for Gojo, as for to Satoru, from me, will tell in advance or will tell on purpose. So I'll say hello for you. あ、そうだ、最後に. Oh, that's right. Finally, 聖書体のことは気にしなくていい? As for the event of the star plasma vessel, that would be Riko, not worrying is good. So like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about the event with the star vessel, plasma vessel thing. あの時、もう一人の聖書体がいたか? That time, one more person of a star plasma vessel existed. Oh, あの時、もう一人の, this is a question. She's asking, like, was it this? At that time, another person of a star plasma vessel existing? Or already too late, すでに新しい聖書体が生まれたのか? Or already too late, a new star plasma vessel being born? どちらにせよ、天元は安定しているよ. Whichever one doing, as for Tengen, it's doing ante, which is like stability. Yeah. Okay, so don't worry about what happened with the star plasma vessel. That time, whether there was another one or already another one had been born, whichever one doing, again, as for Tengen, it's doing stabilization. でしょうね. Right. Indeed. Thought so. Type 来てね. Okay, like, oh, didn't hear the type. So as she pulls away, like, oh, I didn't hear his type. Okay. So I guess now we're switching scenes. なんてことはない。2級呪霊の討伐任務のはずだったのに。What sort of a thing was it? なんてこと。Whatever it was, something like that. A level 2 cursed spirits Tobatsu. Subjugation, suppression, duty ought to have been. Even though it ought to have been the duty, a mission to subjugate or take out a level 2 cursed spirit. Kuso! Damn it. Ubusu Nagami Shinko. Ubusu Nagami is a guardian deity of one's birthplace, and Shinko is faith or whatever, religion. A religion on the guardian deity of one's birthplace. Are wa Tochigami deshita. As for that thing, it was like a region god. Tochigami. Yeah. A plot of land god. Ikkyu Anken da. It was a level 1 Anken. The matter in question was level 1. Okay, so we're getting, I guess, switch to new scene or whatever here. Okay, I guess they have Toji's body. Ima wa tonikaku yasume nanami. As for now, in any case... Oh, wait a minute, no. Is that, Okay, something else happened. Is this the kid? Is this Haibara? Is that supposed to be this kid? It must be. So this is Nanami. This is Nanami talking. So we switched scenes. He's saying like, what the hell happened? It was supposed to be a level 2 cursed spirit, a mission to take out that, but this was some sort of special deity of like a land thing. And so it should have been like a level 1 is what he's saying. And so apparently the kid died, I'm guessing here. Anyway, as for now, in any case, rest Nanami. Ninmu wa Satoru ga hiki tsuida. As for the mission, Satoru is the one that is taking it on. To pull and to succeed. Succeed as in like be next in line. Hiki tsui. Yeah, hand it over. Mo ano hito hitori de yokunai desu ka? Already with that person alone, not doing? Is it that? Mo ano hito hitori de yokunai. I guess, like, isn't it well enough with just him alone? Jutsushi toyu marathon game. The marathon game called Being a Sorcerer. So Geto is thinking back to what he was saying about being a sorcerer is like a marathon game. And the end being unclear. What was the word he used? Ambiguous, aimai. Okay, we're not seeing aimai here. What's he saying? Sono hatte ni aru no ga. That endpoint existing. Jutsushi no shikabane no yama da toshitara. Shikabane is like corpse or... Yeah, shikabane is corpse. And this is, the kanji here is nakama, which is friends. He says jutsushi, meaning sorcerers. So the existence of that endpoint, what if it's doing a mountain of corpses of friends? He says sorcerers, but he says friends. Basically, so the marathon game called Being a Sorcerer What if the ending point is basically a mountain of corpses of your friends? Okay. Now we're getting another shift, it looks like. Kiroku 2007年 9月. So record year 2007, September. We get the Ken, the prefecture blanked out, the city blanked out, and the old blank town. So it's all been redacted. Pody? Okay. Ninmu Gayo. Duty Mission Gayo. Summary. Mission summary. Sonraku naide. Sonraku naide. Inside the village, the Sonraku naide no kamikakushi, the god hiding, kamikaku, mysterious disappearances, being spirited away. Okay. And henshi, mysterious deaths. So inside the village, mysterious disappearances, mysterious deaths. その原因と思われる呪霊の罰状. This is like purged. Isn't that Batsu? I don't think it's Patsu. That is harao, meaning to purge or cleanse, purify. Okay, so we're not seeing the actual word here. That final kanji is going to be something along the same lines as to cleanse. Oh, that's nozomu, to exclude. So to remove. Yeah, so this is just a fancy way to say to like abolish, purge, exercise. Okay. That source being thought the cursed spirits purging of the spirits thought to be that source.
Hello there.
Of the spirited away and mysterious deaths inside the village. Okay. これは何ですか? As for this, what is it? Okay. Oy vey. 4 pages left. We can do it. Okay, we're getting more redacted here. So, nani nani, nani nani nani, nani to wa. Okay, either this is supposed to be like a different language, and now we're getting the translation. They do look like a little bit out of it. So anyway, as for what? この二人が一連の事件の原因でしょ? These two people, 一連, the sequence of events source, right? Could they be? Could they be the source of the sequence of events? 違います. No, it's different. No. この二人は頭がおかしい不思議な力で村人をたびたび襲うのです。 Okay, so as for these two people, the heads are strange, and with mysterious powers, the village people sometimes attacking. Tubby tubby. Often repeatedly attacking. 事件の原因はもう私が取り除きました。Okay, so as for the source of the incident, already I 取り除き already like took care of it. Yeah, I took it away. I removed it. I already removed the source of the incident. So this person comes in, same thing. 私の孫もこの二人に殺されかけたことがあります。My grandchild, also by these two people, being on the verge of killing event exists. So my grandchild was almost killed by these two people. それはあっちが As for that direction, okay, that's Geto talking. He gets interrupted by these people, I guess. No. Damari nasai. Be quiet. Bakemono me. Monster. あなたたちの親もそうだった. Your, plural, your parents also were that way. やはり赤子のうちに殺しておくべきだった. As thought, while a child ought to have been killed. Like, as we thought, you should have been killed when you were children. Daijoubu. It's okay. Okay, presumably this is like cursed energy coming off of these people's negative emotions or something. We've seen that before already. The self that looks down on non-sorcerers and the self that does rejection or denial of that. As for which one will be doing as the true intent or your actual intent, 皆さん、一旦外に出ましょうか? Everyone, like, shall we go out for a little bit? Itan is just momentarily. To the outside, shall we go out? Okay. We get this black thing. 君がこれから選択するんだよ. Again, we're getting what's her name said as she departed. You from here on will be doing deciding. You'll be deciding that from here on. Nani? Nande? Why? Okay, so this is like some horrible things happening. Yo! Mo yamete! Stop! Okay, is this supposed to be Geto killing them? Killing the people? Not clear. Oh, this is still part of the report. All right. Tantol Sha. That's like the investigators. Person in charge. Tantol Sha. Ikosen Sanen Geto Suguru. Person in charge, third year of the technical school, Geto Suguru. Hakken kara Mikago. Hakken. Dispatch. After dispatch, 5 days later. So 5 days later after dispatch, the person in charge, the old town, blank blank town, the citizens. So Kyu Naninani Mura no Jumin. 112名の死亡が確認される. The old whatever town's citizens, 112 of them, corpses, confirmation was done. Or were found. But the corpses were found of 112 dead civilians of that town, 5 days after his dispatch. すべて呪霊による被害と思われたが, it was thought to be due to the damage, all of it, by cursed spirits. So all of it due to cursed spirits, damage was thought, injury was thought. ザネからゲトスグルの呪霊操術と断定. Conclusion. It was the decision or conclusion that it was the cursed spirit manipulation technique of Geto Suguru from the trace remnants of like the energy. Okay, so this is where he snapped. Geto Suguru wa toso. As for Geto Suguru, he fled on foot. Toso. Oh, crap. It's already after 7. Okay. We need to wrap this up. There's still 2 more. No, this is the last page. Thank God. Jujutsu Kite Kujo ni Motozuki. The curse technique Kite regulation, like chapter 9 Motozuki, like according to, I guess. Yeah, based on sorcery regulation chapter 9 or whatever, article 9, Jusoshi toshite shokei taisho tonaru, becoming the target of execution and as a cursed like hex user. Yeah, so due to that thing, as for Geto Suguru, he is now as a cursed hex user, a curse user, and a target of execution he becomes. Okay, well, there we go. That is the end of the chapter, end of 77. Here, if you want to read a little bit about Haibara, we hardly knew ye. The end of 77. We'll continue next time with 78. We're still in flashback land. We'll see what else there is to learn in the past next time.